Hey everyone, how are you today? I'm intentionally holding my hands weird like this. You'll see why later, but hope you are all doing well today. Hey Lauren, welcome. Hope you had a great weekend. This is Katie M. Reed from katiemreed.com, and I hope you are all doing well. I'm going to turn around here. Okay, I am dressed to run later with hubby. So if I don't keep my running clothes on or put them on, I won't do it when he gets home. So anyway, we're going to try to run this afternoon. Running helps me be nicer. I am in a better mental space when I exercise. And I tend to forget that because, you're laying in bed, it's like, oh, I don't want to go exercise. But I am much kinder person when I'm exercising regularly. How about you guys? Do you exercise? And if so, what kind of things do you like to do? Well, this is day 26 of the Restoration Project. I'm so glad you're here. I almost didn't do this today because we have had a rough morning. I lost my temper and it's okay, Lauren. I think a lot of it is finding something you enjoy, and I guess I can't say I love running, but I feel like it's cheap. It's something I can do close to home. And I used to run by myself, and then husband started joining me, and then I kind of was doing it by myself again, and so we're trying to get back into it, but it does help when someone's there. Yeah, Monday mornings are rough. And I was up way too late last night. I took a nap like for hours yesterday. I was so tired, but then I wasn't ready to go to bed when it was time to go to bed. So that didn't help start things off well, but we are back into the homeschool swing this morning, and there were so many tears. I did not cry, so I feel like it's successful if I do not cry. But, you should do it, Lauren. Just start small. Just start, go for a couple minutes. You should do it. If I can do it, you can do it, believe me. So anyway, it just was not going well. And finally, one of my children was just having a really hard time because I've cracked down this year about I used to let them mix their upper and lowercase letters, and I'm not letting that fly anymore. And so they're like, what's going on? And so one of my children was just bawling about it, that I kept making them go back and correct it. And they were just crying. And finally I just said, you know what? It's the law that you do school. So you just got to get used to it. So I was using very mature tactics like that. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about today, if you went over to the blog, katiemreed.com, I shared a little bit about the team that is going to Cambodia this summer. Some of them are also going to India. And my daughter and I were going to go, and then we got pregnant, which we're excited about, but kind of changed our plans. But we felt like we needed to help the team get there. So they have really cool shirts that I love the color, love the design. Our friend did the design. It says, "Find Your Reach." And I just love that. And, I was thinking, I can go buy a t-shirt and help this team get to Cambodia to help restore the youth there. I don't know if you know what happened in the 70s in Cambodia, but it was horrible. And so this team has been to Cambodia, well, not this exact team, but several from the team have been to Cambodia several times. They have great connections there, and they do youth camps in the provinces that are very remote, and it's just an awesome time. And we were planning on going, like I said, but that didn't work out. So we're trying to help them go. So if you head on over the blog today, you can see those awesome t-shirts. And I was thinking, what a great gift. I mean, you can buy it for yourself. That's totally cool. But with Christmas coming up, to buy a shirt that's a cool shirt anyway, but then it's also helping this team get there. And I thought, with the words "Find Your Reach," what a cool thing to write to someone, like a blessing or a prayer about, you have purpose, and I am praying for you, and you have something that you can give to this world that nobody else can. I just think a lot of times with gifts, it's about the presentation, and the thought that went behind it. So be sure to check those out. But here's where this discouraged mama, who had a lot of her own sin issues this morning, was thinking, sometimes your reach feels short, like you're coming up short. My reach, I might be able to reach over to Cambodia by buying a t-shirt and helping the team get there and praying for them. And I love that in this day and age, we can quickly touch the world in many ways and be touched by the world. But sometimes your small world, like in the, four walls of your home, you might feel like maybe your reach isn't gentle. Maybe your reach isn't kind. Maybe your reach is just, you feel like you're not getting through to anybody, or God's trying to get through to you and restore you. And you just feel like you're having a tantrum along with the toddler, And just to give you a little picture about today, so I had asked my boys to look at the fire and get it going, and we've talked to them about safety. They're good, but we have found out that pine needles are great fire starters. So they went out and just were throwing them in and throwing like oak leaves, which are not good for my allergies and all that stuff, but they were really trying. And then they wanted to go bless their dad. So they went and got all these pine needles, like, we're getting all this stuff for dad. Well, it didn't have a lid on it. And so the toddler got into all the pine needles and threw them all over the orange shag carpet, which it is the same color, but so we're still trying to clean those up. And they really were trying to do the right thing, but it became a disaster and all that kind of stuff. Can anyone relate to that kind of morning? So anyway, but sometimes, I didn't handle it well. I did help them a little bit, but I should have just stopped what I was doing and bent down and used my reach to humble myself, to show them grace, to speak kindly. But sometimes our reach just seems to fall short, doesn't it? Or our reach feels small. Like, I'm just, a mom in the middle of Michigan. What can I do to make a difference? But we can do things that are far reaching, but sometimes the hardest reach is that short reach that might be at our feet or might be by our side. Oh, Lauren, I feel ya. We need to go for coffee. But anyway, I don't really like coffee. I like tea. But people say, let's go for coffee. But anyways, so I just want to encourage you, don't beat yourself up today and just come before the Lord, open your hands. That's why I was trying to open my hands earlier and just say, God, you have given me these hands to extend your love and grace. I've pretty much failed miserably today, but he can restore us in the middle. Thanks, Lord. He can restore us in the middle of the moment. Sometimes I can be like, oh, the morning shot, this day, let's just throw in the towel. It wasn't a good day, but you know what? He can, right in the middle of something, bring restoration. As we go and humble ourselves, my kids did some things wrong today, but I did too. I cannot, make them apologize to me, but I can go model to them, you know what? I'm sorry for yelling. I'm sorry for being frustrated. I was up too late and I wasn't ready for you guys this morning, in the way I should have been. But there is so much grace. And I love, in Bethlehem all those years ago, right in the middle of this time where there had been silence, I think I'm getting this right, when there's the judges and then there's time of silence. And then right there in the middle, God comes, sends Jesus, his son, to restore right in the middle of everything, right? And so I just want to encourage you that no day is too far gone. No relationship is too far gone that he is not able to restore. So let's go to him even when our reach feels small. Sometimes if we can reach well with the small things, I think then when we reach big, it means that much more because we've been faithful with those small things. And so, it would be easier sometimes, I think, to go on a mission trip and tell people about Jesus than it would be go to meet my neighbor down the road. We've been talking about that. Like, we really should meet our neighbors. We've been here several months and people are pretty hospitable in this tiny little town. And, sometimes it's easier to, go to a speaking engagement than it is to speak kindly to those in your house. Sometimes I think those big things in some ways can be easier to be faithful with those than it is to be faithful with those things right in front of us. So I need to go to attend to my family, but thanks for joining me today for day 26 of the Restoration Project. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to be reviewing Bonnie Gray's book, Finding Spiritual White Space. So I hope you'll join me. And then I have 3 guest posters this week, and then I'll close off the Restoration Project series on Halloween. So I hope you're having a great day. And even if it hasn't been going well, may God restore this. Thank you for your prayers, Lauren. I appreciate that. And thank you for praying for my friend Lee this past weekend too. That blessed me when I saw that. So take care, everyone, and I will talk to you later. This is Katie M. Reed from katiemreed.com.